Welcome. Everybody, welcome to your Management Introduction to Management class. I'm your instructor and I'm Kenny Wu. One thing I have to tell you, I feel so honored and privileged to have this position standing here to host or to conduct the first required freshman English teaching all English class of the 5 campus. And you, by signing up in this class, you put yourself into another bracket. Just like Denzel Washington has said, you put yourself into another bracket. Why? You are not the average. We're gonna ask you now how to read a textbook. Do I need to do that? Do you think learning how to read is important, or textbook is important, since you have internet, you have all the resources, all the gadgets that can give you information, just like I did. Everything you have, you can get it from internet, right? Yeah, basically. Now, knowledge itself is a commodity. But the skill and the competency that you can get to how to learn will be different. That will be your skill. And how to put information together is the key. And textbook is one of the important aspects for your success in college study, as well as for your success to become a manager after you graduate. Any questions or comments? As we refrain, I think that the videos speak much better than I do in how to read. So I will post the link on the line group so you can listen to it. And basically covers, in 7 minutes, covers what we do it in 2 hours. However, this is why we have class. One of the reasons is to share with you the resources we can get. That's important. The most important part is for you to become a lifetime learner by yourself. Okay. In conclusion, reading is important. Let's take a look. Helping.
I know how to read. Who does she think she is? That's probably what you're thinking. Okay, calm down, my Socratica friends. This video is to help you read your textbook. It's a totally different kind of reading than Harry Potter. You're going to spend hours and hours wringing information out of your required reading. Understanding the best way to read your textbook is an important part of being a great student. Reading a textbook is not the same as pleasure reading. If you're lucky, it will be a pleasure to read your textbook. But my point is, you shouldn't open the cover and read the book straight through. You should think of your textbook as more than just a book. It's a resource to help you learn. And all the information is already organized for you, in bite-sized chunks laid out in a logical order. Now let's talk about how to tackle your reading homework. Let's say you've been assigned Chapter 4, and you have to read it by your next class. Are you going to read Chapter 4 straight through? No. I'm not saying don't do your reading. I'm just saying there are better ways to get what you need out of your textbook. And reading straight through is not the best way. Instead, we're going to follow these steps. 1. Pre-read. 2. Read the chapter summary material. 3. Take notes as you read in sections. And 4. Review your notes. Step 1. Pre-read this chapter. First, see how long the chapter is. Read the title, the section headings, and the subheadings. This will help you know what is coming. It helps to prepare your brain. This is also a good time to look at the pictures and other illustrations. Look for any special features like equations and boxes. The more you can preview, the better, so your brain thinks, I recognize that, rather than, this is literally the first time I have ever seen this. What does it mean? Think of this preview as giving yourself a roadmap. You won't be wandering aimlessly through your reading. You'll recognize each heading and illustration as you come to it, and you'll have a good idea about what is coming next. I know you're tempted to skip this step, especially if you're pressed for time. Don't do it. The few minutes it takes to survey the chapter is time well spent. Your actual reading will be far more effective and efficient if you've given yourself a preview of the chapter first.
About your job and your vision of your company. Where you want to go. What your company is gonna accomplish in the next 5 years.
Well, a company is like a living organism, like a living being. You're always growing. You're going in one direction, up and or down. It's never static. It's never the same. You understand what I mean by that?
Well, we move on and I will explain it to them. Okay. What he said his organization is a living organism, which means it's always moving, always changing. It's never static, never in the same position in a long time, constantly change. And change according to the technology, to the society, to the economic situation, and to his client and his supplier. Well, based on our study, about 95% of the new business will die within 1 year. About 1% of the business can survive in 5 years. And Houston Advanced has survived for 30 years and still thriving and getting better. So I think it is a very successful business.
My hope is that it can survive another 30 years. My hope is that the family or someone will take it to the next level, which the next level I would measure as more sales, more business. That's the way business is measured, and how much the revenue is, how many widgets you sell, how much of what you do is sold, you know?
Let's say you want to make this, okay? This is plastic injection molded, okay? So you need a mold, a tooling mold, okay? So you can make the mold in China, okay? It's very easy to make the mold in China and bring it to the U.S., okay? And we manufacture it here. But it's almost impossible to make the mold in another country and import it into China. They want you to make the mold in China.
Why?
Okay,
Why? Well, if you purchase in the United States, isn't that local and cheaper?
If you purchase what in the mold?
Let's say the tools you have or the toy you have, if it made it locally, would that be cheaper?
In the U.S.?
In the U.S., yes. Why? Why
No.
you have to?
No.
Why would you have to go to China to import it?
Because the labor, I'll tell you this, even with the 25% tariffs, okay, even with shipping included and the labor in China, it is still about 40% cheaper to make it in China than in the U.S. The United States standard of living and labor is so expensive. It is extremely expensive. The president will have to increase the tariffs by almost 300% to make it even.
But who's paying for the tariffs? The Chinese government,
We
the
are.
Chinese company,
No.
or the U.S.?
The American citizen. The American citizens are paying for the tariffs because all the companies are doing is just passing the tariffs down to the consumer.
Get started.
Hello everyone, we are Group 4. Today we are going to discuss the case analysis of Chapter 4, Wealth, Fragile, Crisis, and Scandal. And this is our table of contents. We divide it into 3 parts. Include accuracy and completeness of case summary. Second, identification of key problem or challenges. And the last one, quality and feasibility of proposed solutions.
Customer accounts to meet high-pressure internal sales goals. With 5,000 salespersons creating 2 million flex accounts, the company will also front to have overcharged small business for credit card transactions, charged at least 570,000 customers for auto insurance that did not meet, and created over 3.5 million fake accounts attributed to customers who had no knowledge of such accounts. These actions were part of a larger culture of
Consider using knowledge from this chapter and your own thought research to avoid such a scandal from reoccurring. Set clear and feasible short-term and long-term goals. Understand research and design products and survive. And understand customer needs, taste and cultural difference, advantage and disadvantage of geographic structure versus sectoral structure, metric design using team tools, combine vertical structure with horizontal structure, provide faster information sharing, coordination and integration of formal organization and profit-oriented project and initiatives.
You can go anywhere now without any kind of radio interference. So there'll be no noises.
You already put yourself into another population. You are not the average NKUST students. You are part of the elite groups. And I do hope, and in the future, you can take more or English as medium instruction courses that will progress your English. And trust me, with practice and with your dedications, I strongly believe all of you will have a very good starting point and also do a very progress for the next 3 years.
I can be a part of this competition. Like Dr. Wu said, I think that just by joining this class or electing to take this course in English definitely sets you apart from your peers and definitely prepares you in a better way for the what we call working world of the future. Because like my father said in my very extensive introduction, I've been working from home through online virtual meetings, conducting workshops and interfacing with clients for the past 6 to 7 years. I don't think that's going to change. And so I think that by getting this practice early and getting acclimated to this kind of environment, this kind of presentation setting, and being prepared to do that even as a freshman will set you up for success in the future. So I applaud you for challenging yourselves and doing that, your freshman year coming into college. Remember that when you're making a presentation, you are the expert in what you're presenting, okay? So don't panic. You have your experiences. You can always talk about what you have observed. But I think my question is more around what when do you think holacracy would fit an organization?
I think when a company needs more creativity for their product, for example, like Tesla, we can use holacracy. Because in high sense, in Tesla's videos, I see their collaboration more like holacracy because they don't have a boss in their company culture. Any employee can give some idea to this product and make it more gradable.
See Penny, Walmart, and Amazon in the age of online shopping. And we divide our presentation into 5 parts. Summary, problem identification. Our presentation will discuss implementation plan. The 1 foster collaborate, such as team meetings, newsletters, or internet platforms to keep employees informed. Okay, that's my presentation. Thanks for your